Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to my channel. Welcome to another video. In keeping with the momentum of the past week, I'm going to be continuing with the 12 steps. Just expect that for the next couple days, that's what's going to be happening. So, as stated, going on to step 8. Made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Or in the first person, made a list of all persons I had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. The underlying principle of this step is brotherly love, otherwise known as PHILOS. Now, the importance of this step is really setting the person up for step 9, right? So in step 4, we made a list of the people that we had resentments against, people we may have been afraid of, people we had harmed sexually, and people that we had harmed in other miscellaneous ways. And we're taking all the names on those lists and just writing them down on a separate piece of paper, and that way we don't lose track of who it is that we're bringing an amends to. Now, contrary to popular belief, an amends isn't simply just saying I'm sorry. Part of that amends, and hopefully part of this process, is having developed, I guess you could call it a repentance, a heart change, right? A change of heart, a change of mind, and a change of one's character, right? So we are looking to, not because we feel that we owe them an apology per se, but because it is the right thing to do to try and fix the mistakes that we have committed, to try and right the wrongs that we have done, to try and repair the damages of what we've broken and what we've caused damage to. So, and that's what ultimately needs to happen within the heart, is the desire to want to do that, right? The desire to make things right, the desire to straighten out the past and correct the lies, correct the mistakes that we have committed against ourselves, against our fellow human being, and against God. So in this step, out of brotherly love, that PHILOS, for our own self and for our fellow man, we are setting ourselves up for step 9, which I'll just touch on briefly. Step 9 is made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. And we'll talk a little bit more in depth about that in the next video. But step 8, we're setting ourselves up to make amends to those people. It's not just I'm sorry, right? Like, say I stole from my mom. I go to my mom and I explain the change of heart that I've had. I recognize that what I did was wrong. I recognize that I had no right. I recognize that ultimately I hurt you in this. I betrayed your trust. I caused hurt feelings with you. I caused so much turmoil in our relationship, which then spread out to the rest of the family, so on and so forth. And we're going to those family members or those people that are friends or were friends or are ex-bosses or institutions that we owe money, and we're looking to, or we're getting them on a list, getting ready to go make amends to those people. So, key to this is becoming willing to make amends, right? That step 6 brought willingness, and that step 7 brought humility. And now in step 8, we're setting ourselves up by being willing to make amends to such people. So that way in step 9, we embark upon the journey of repairing the damages of our past, and ultimately of trying to rebuild bridges that we have burned. And more will be discussed in the next video. So, with that being said, I hope you guys are liking this so far. Here's the thing. I know from experience, direct experience, with working the steps and making amends to people, that if you actually take the time and honest effort to apply yourself to these steps in whatever area, whether you're dealing with gambling problems or relationship issues, or you're dealing with self-harm in any other form or fashion, pornography, if you take the time to do this stuff thoroughly, do a thorough inventory, do a thorough amends, make thorough amends to the people you've harmed, and you continue on, I promise you, your life will get better, right? And in so doing, by actually making your life better and working to make other people's lives better, it will make a huge difference in the world, right? This is about being the change personally that you want to see in the world, and that starts with ourselves, and we have to clean out our gunk. We have to clean out what it is that's bothering us and let things go, and ultimately work on rebuilding things in the world, right? The kingdom of heaven comes not through observation. You can't just sit there and watch and be idle. You gotta try and do things. Try and actually work towards the common goal of unity and enlightenment and the golden age. So, with that being said, I'm signing out for now. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're liking it. All right. Peace.